Well guys, you join me down on the allotments, and it looks like a winter wonderland today. It's about 3 inches of snow fallen so far, and they reckon there could be another 4 or 5 inches in the next couple of minutes. So here we are, pristine path. That tells me Bernard's not been on today. That's worrying. He's normally the first one on. A lot of tracks here, birds. I can tell you what them tracks are. Well, that there is a cat. Yeah, it's as you can see, there's no digging today, that's for sure. Anyway, let's continue. These footprints, what you see here, these are jackdaws. Actually, they're a bit bigger than a jackdaw. They're a crow. That's a crow's footprints. Fox. More footprints there of there's a combination of crows and what's it called? It's blackbirds there. Yeah, it looks absolutely beautiful, but it's I'd say nothing you can do today. Just going to make sure the chickens are okay. There's plenty of food on the feeders, and I might do a little bit of seed sowing in the greenhouse. There's 1 or 2 things I can actually sow, so I've actually prepared the soil in the greenhouse. Yeah, look at these fox prints here. Yeah, it's about 3-4 inches deep here. Wonderful. Oh, that's quite pretty, isn't it? This must have been done yesterday when I disappeared. Bloody hell, he's pretty keen, this guy. It was raining yesterday. After it was like a big freeze, and then it started to rain. This wasn't here yesterday, so obviously he's got stuck in, and he has put a couple of raised beds in here. That's good. So it looks like I'm the only one on here. You can see the soil's pristine, the snow's pristine. I think it's lovely when it's like this on the, look at that, the fruit trees there. Absolutely awesome. Oh, I'll tell you what, I've dropped a clanger. The nets on that net down, them nets there are covered in snow. We're going to have to try and get that off somehow, otherwise we're going to be in trouble. I don't know. Snow on the greenhouse there, on the shed. More footprints. Foxes, cats. That there, probably quasi. Good news is I don't see any rats' footprints, so I can live with that. So there we go, guys. That's what it looks like. I'm going to have a walk on here now. But yeah, winter wonderland. Hi guys, well, welcome back to Allotment Diggers. As you just noticed there, that clip, 2.5 inches, 3 inches of snow fell about 4 or 5 days ago, and well, it's a complete whiteout. There's nothing I could do on the plot outside. I did prepare a tub, one of these polystyrene tubs to do my mussel burrow leaks. we changed the soil out and everything, and just put a load of stuff into it. I'm going to show you me doing that in a bit, and then I'm going to show you sowing my seeds, but we don't sow the seeds the same day as I was saying in the first clip. 4 or 5 days later, we decided to sow them, so I'm going to show you me doing that right now. This is my leek box, and I'm just refilling it with some Clover multi-purpose compost, and just getting it ready for putting my leeks in. Couple more inches, and I think we'll be good to go. Yeah, I love this clover. One more scoop. I think that's it. So what I will do, and a bit of bloodfish and bone in here as well. Give it a good mixing in. So when I come to planting here the next couple of days, I won't be doing it today, but it'll be ready to go, and all I need to do then is put my top on, just quickly clean it a bit. It actually needs a bit more of a clean than that. I stick that there like that, and hopefully we'll get some nice muscle butter leeks. So it's all primed, and what you're going to see now, I'm just going to continue with the clip. I will put seeds in, but it'll be about 3-4 days, maybe a week after I've done all this. I just let it all settle down to start off with, and I'll put the seeds in about a week's time, and away we go. So we'll come straight back and show you me doing it in a moment, but for now we're just going to let it settle there for a week. Right guys, so these are these tubs that I use. Now I've got brand new ones of these. What I do is I put a little slit here, and there's a good reason for that. For when I put this back on here in a bit, air can get in, and it, you know, and the seeds can breathe basically. It just lets air get in there, that's all. However, what we need to do now, like I said, I've levelled this out. It's about 2.5 inches from the top. When they start to germinate, as soon as they start to touch the top, what we do, we remove the cover, and up they come. So these are the seeds we're going to be using. And what I'm going to do is just put the old pack in, because what I do is I end up giving a lot of these to friends of mine. So here they are. These are the packs. People say, why can't they put them in these plastic packs with like a little bit of a thing here? The trouble is, if you do that, the problem you've got is moisture getting in. So these are these sealed. So when I open them, I use a lot of them. In fact, there's a seed in there now. I can feel it, so don't want to waste any. There you go, it just fell in that. Right, so it's just a matter of sprinkling them evenly over. Now Nigel has a little piece of paper, and he sort of individually chucks them in. That's Nigel Muddy Boots. Me, I get them in my hand like this, and then I just sow them evenly. And yeah, I've probably done about 150 of them here. Thing is, I'll use about 30 of them, and then I give them away. Now I've got some compost here, and it's just a matter of light dusting, There's a bit of vermiculite in there. No, not perlite, sorry. Just gently press it down. I have got a little brush in here that I use just to tidy things up. Yeah, it looks a bit better now. And now all I'm going to use, I've got some of these little bottles there. This is well, it's tap water basically. All the water I'm going to stick in. You might think, oh, it's freezing, it'll freeze. No, it won't. This is thermal. Once that lid's on there, like that, that's it. The jobs are good. And we all know what they are. These are all mussel burrow leeks. And, well, the first seeds I've sowed this year, they won't be the last. But we're going to stick them back where I normally stick them, just in the corner there. And that's my first sowing of seeds, so we'll keep an eye on them. I've got, I must have about 20 of them packs of these things here, as you just saw. So there we go, first of many. So that's basically all we've been able to do this week, is do the first sowing of the seeds of this year, which I'm pretty chuffed about. It's first of many. When I do start doing the seed sowing proper, I'll be putting up a competition, so watch out for that competition. The seeds I'll be sowing is the seeds I'll be giving away. I'm not too sure how many packs I'm going to give. It's what I can get into the brown envelopes really, and that's what I'll be giving away. But that'll be coming up shortly. I was reading the comments last night. I don't know, I missed oh, what's he called? Vince. I put his, that's who he is. He left a comment. Mark, send me 12 of them seeds. I think it was a dozen of them onion seeds, what you got from China. I'll see if I can grow them. Well, I can do you one better, mate. If you send me your details, now I've got an email address on this channel. It's Mark Davidson. My name isn't Davidson, it's bloody BT, how they spell it. It's Davison, D-A-V-I-S-O-N, but it's an extra D in it, so it's Mark Davidson 326 at btinternet.com. Send me your details there, your postcode, and your full name and your address, and I'll send you the old pack, because I'm not going to use them. I thought I was getting some off Dan, and clearly there wasn't, so like I say, I'm not going to use something which isn't what I thought I was going to get. So you're welcome to have them, mate. You can keep me posted on how they come up. Just like I say, I've got to get an envelope and a stamp. Probably do that tomorrow morning. So if you see the video tonight, get your details sent, okay? Anyway, like I say, so we've got a competition coming up shortly. Won't be for a few weeks yet. There's not been much I've been able to do. I've been coming down most mornings to break the ice, although the last 2 mornings have been so poorly, I've not been able to do it. Unfortunately for me, a couple of people stepped in and they've put food into the feeders and they've changed the water, so it saved me a job. What else we've been doing? Well, we actually got the camera outside and we took a couple of angle shots of the plot, what it looked like, with the snow, just settled on the ground. It looked absolutely fantastic. So I've got a minute and a half clip here I'm going to show you. I've added a little bit of music to it, and this is what the plot actually looked like earlier this week. So it looked pretty awesome. Now it's still frozen solid out there. There's still about 2 inches of snow on the bed, so there's still nothing I can do out there, unfortunately. I have been putting food into the bird feeders every day, keeping them topped up. That's the main thing. I'll keep that going all the way through the winter. If you're going to do the same, I suggest that you don't stop doing it. If you can't continue to do it, it's no point in really doing it. You know, if you do it, you've got to do it until spring, basically, and that's what I do anyway. We had a few birds on the feeders earlier, so I'm going to show you a few of the birds on the feeders. Well, I'll just put some seed balls into the feeders there, guys. And well, there's a little dunnet. He's being brave, that dunnet there. It's normally, is it a dunnet? I can't really tell its beak. If I can see it's actually, yeah, it's a dunnet, that one. You got there's also on the feeder, that is, there's some long-tailed tits. These blue tits, look at all these blue tits coming over here now. All these long-tailed tits, there's absolutely piles of them. I just zoom in a bit, but you're going to miss all the others in the background. They're all on the trees, you see. I count, what, three long-tailed tits there. There's a little dunnet on the feeder. Actually, there might be 4. Oh, there's a great tit's just come on the feeder and bullied the long-tailed tits out of the way. Look at all them tits there. There's the blue tits. That's the air raid warning. That Salford Keys. Just seen a little coal tit there as well. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I just put some food into the feeders for them. There was food in there, but I've just topped them up. And as you can see, you've got long-tailed tits there. You've got the blue tits on the feeders at the moment. But behind the trees, there's all sorts of birds. Yep, they'll come all the time, them birds, to the feeders. Every single day, at least 4 or 5 times, they make a trip to them feeders. And they rely on them all through the winter. So I'll be putting food in there all through the winter as well. I think there's just one little blue tit there. Oh, a bit of a squabble going on there. Couple of blue tits flying around chasing each other. Must think it's spring. The depths of winter. Spring's not too far away. Yeah, beautiful little blue tit there. I tried to enter that great bird watch, but I couldn't register on the actual the website to get me video in me bird pack, so I could say how many birds but actually come to my allotment. And there's quite a lot. In a space of about 30 minutes today, I've seen at least 60-70 field fares, at least 20, maybe even a few more, maybe 30 long-tailed tits. I can't count the ones what fly along the back of the allotments. There must be another 30-40 of them. The big colony of long-tailed tits. As for the edge spanners, there's about 4 or 5 of them on my plot. A couple of robins, and then you've got all the blue tits. There must be, what, 12-13 blue tits that I've seen all in one go this morning. About 4 or 5 great tits. I've seen 3 goldfinches, a male and female blackbird. I've seen a fistral thrush. Did I mention the wren and the goldcrest? I've seen one of each of them. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. There's some beautiful birds on here. Oh, and I did watch, well, you can tick one of them field fares off, because I watched a kestrel take one, unfortunately. They've all scarpered. As soon as it grabbed one, they all took off in a westerly, not a westerly, an easterly direction. They've all scarpered. But yeah, it's pretty awesome, the feeders. If I was to keep the camera on there, you'll see a lot more birds. In the trees just behind, there's one or two some great tits in the trees behind. Obviously they can hear that I'm speaking, so they've got to keep the distance, unfortunately. But you don't need to see them, you can hear them. Oh, and I did see a coal tit as well, and a greenfinch. I've not seen any warblers today. It's a common warbler. We have got bullfinches, chaffinches. I've not seen none of them today either. But they seem to come in with the long-tailed tits. They all seem to hang together. Even the little goldcrest hangs in with them for some reason. I think it's just safety in numbers, really. But at the moment, all I can see on the feed is a little blue tit stuffing its face. Can you blame it? Yeah, bitterly cold. 3 inches of snow, like I say, fell last night. There you can see the snow. Just bring the camera out a touch, and you can see the trees just behind the camera. You can see birds moving around in the trees. They're, you know, I can see a great tit there. I think that might come over to the feeder in a minute. He's in the tree, top of the tree, to the left of the picture. I think he's looking for his girlfriend, actually. Oh, bloody hell, that was moving fast. Well, they've all scarpered. It's just gone 11 o'clock now. They've all had their dinners, and they've all moved off into the woodland behind the allotments there. It goes right the way along from that end. It goes all the way along here, all the way down to the other end, and it's a strip of land of about 300 metres past that fence. And after that it's plain fields and then the hospital. But that way, you got the motorway, the railway, and you got all these embankments there with all this sort of undergrowth, overgrowth and what have you, and the birds thrive in it. So anyway, they're always a welcome sight, them birds on the allotment, and we've got so many different species, and you know, we've got flocks of birds as well. As you know, you'll probably see them in later videos. I was trying to get onto that RSPB website to do this this bird survey, and can I get on it? It's a waste of time. Every time I get to the final push where you set your email and all, you know, all the details, it crashes. So anyway, I've given up with that. But I will do something similar. I'll show you, you know, what birds come onto the plot. There's quite a lot, actually. Anyway, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to head off up north, the allotments. We're going to walk around the allotments, and I'm going to show you what it looks like under snow. And then I'm going to head off. I've got a few things to do today, like look for another car. I've had enough of this one I've got, so I'm going to have a route around and see what car. I thought I might get something like a Range Rover, Land Rover, or something like that. I'll probably end up with a Mini. I set out last time to buy a Land Rover. What did he end up with? A Ford Focus, 2-litre Ford Focus estate. Well, I don't know. I might treat myself to a new car. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. But we're going to walk off this way round the allotments and show you. You only saw half of it, so we'll show you the other half. It is quite large. So until next time, thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye for now. So one last look at the allotment. Bird feeders are all full, chickens have got their dinner and we're heading off this way. You probably can hear my footprints underneath us. More bloody cats there. Like a cat junction here, and there's foxes' footprints there. Looks a lot better on here in the snow. Hides a lot of misdemeanors. Look at that there, snow on top of that. Needs banging off really. This is Mike's plot. You can tell Jim's been on. There's his footprints, and there's a bloody fox that's walked all the way along there. There's Jim's chickens. He's been on this morning and he's been off as well. See footprints in, footprints out. His girls are inside there. All these, most of these are full plots. Again, these are full plots on this side here. We put them barriers there to stop people driving down the back in the snow. They'll never get out if they did. Here's Andy's and Pete's chickens. That'll be the first time they've seen snow. You can see that's their cat marks, them cat prints. You can tell the foxes. They're wider and further apart, like that one there's a fox. They're about 4 foot across from the first to the second horse manure there, covered. We had a load of wood chip dropped there the other day, all gone as you can see. Now the plots go all the way up the top there. This part here is a Salford men's group have got this plot. And it goes up to the top. We're coming round the bend now. Now this is where it turns to road. It's grass where we just come from. And yeah, these are the central plots. Where this shed is, this is from this shed to the. I'll show you in a second. You can see Andy's been on to sort his chickens out. So from here to the end there, that's one plot. They're like 35 foot wide. Then from this shed here to the end there is another plot. So we're coming up to the bend now. I think it'd be better if I walked in the footprints and have a go diving, guys. Don't laugh. It is slippy as hell. All along here are houses all the way around, which they keep an eye on the allotments for us. Oh, some goldfinches there and what have you. Now on this side here again, full plots right to the fence. So we're just coming round the bend as you can see here. So it's like 4 plots deep by about 25 plots long. All these, you can tell no one's been on here, although someone's been on this plot here. I think that's Tommy that. Yeah, it's too cold for most of them today. But there's the communal chickens over there. Gavin's been in and he's took the eggs out. I think they laid 17 eggs this morning. That's the most they've laid in months. We've got 12 out of them yesterday, so there's a result. These are communal sheds here. Bloody cat over there. See how they got short footprints? The foxes are like twice as long as them, so that's how I can tell the difference between what they are. It's starting to snow again here. They said it was going to snow. These sheds, there's 9 on this side and then there's 9 on the opposite side. We got 2 blocks like this of sheds, and there's a lot of plot holders who have got them. Ooh, little blue tits in the trees there. Like I say, you can't really see much because of all the snow. Oh, there goes Quasi. He's going over to my plot. Oh no, he's gone up in that tree over there. Quasi is the blackbird with the dodgy beak. This is Mike from Potting Along's plot. He's not been on there today, not on this one anyway. So we're coming right to the end. There's a few footprints here. So there's been 1 or 2 people on. That container's going to be going shortly. We're getting a brand new one of them. That's a 20-footer. You see there's the girls' toilets over there near the green door. You got lock-ups along the back here. So we're right round to the other side of the allotment, to the main gates now. There's another load of horse manure that's been dropped off there. So we went that way last time round. As you can see, it's quite a big allotment, this. A lot of horse manure there for everyone. There's a load of topsoil there for anyone who wants it. That's another thing we're getting rid of shortly. This big 40-foot container, this is the shop. We're getting a brand new one, and this one's going. We've got a grant for it. Mike chased that, managed to get a £2,000 grant, so we're going to get a new shed. We've got money as well for all the fittings and what have you. Again, there's a gents' toilets there. This is a community room. These are lock-ups here. We could have had that as a shop, but it's not as secure as a container. So, you know, here's my car. I'm going to go and let myself out now through them big gates. 12-foot high gates there, fencing, it's about 12-foot high along the front. So anyway, that's what we're going to do, guys. We're heading off. So I'll see you in the next one. Last look at the place. There we go, bloody snow coming down again. Ugh, terrible.